Hi, everybody. So this is Pup Art Part 2. This is 5.6. And today we're going to make an image that looks very similar to this, that it is two images side by side that are pretty much identical. And I'm going to run through really quickly and try to show you how to do this in two different ways. I'm not going to follow the instructions that are in Edio because I think that there's an easier way to do it. So let me turn on my computer and show you what I have. So this is an image of my computer screen, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an image of my dog that I have here. So I just pulled up a picture of her right here. Um, and I'm gonna trace her. So what I have to do this lesson is I got a piece of paper that I just tore out of a notebook, and I just have some tape hanging off the edges because I'm gonna tape it onto my screen so I can trace her. And I have a Sharpie marker, and I also have a ballpoint pen for this project. And I have some graphite. You can just use a regular pencil. I have this chunky piece of graphite. And then I also have a piece of mixed media paper that I tore out of my mixed media pad. So the first thing I'm going to do is trace my dog, and you have to be very careful because these screens are touch sensitive, and so it makes it a little difficult. And the best way that I've found to do this is if you just use a Sharpie marker, because the Sharpie marker will make marks on your paper so you can trace easy without it really making taking the touch screen into effect. So I'm just kind of drawing as lightly as I can, um, and just kind of finding some shapes. Here's her nose. Here are her teeth, right? Her tongue comes out like this. Here is her mouth and her chin. Kind of goes up like this. I can see one eye here and another eye here. And I can see an ear in the top of her head, another ear, and her shoulders come down like this. And I'm just doing a very, very loose kind of drawing of her, kind of like that. That's all I'm gonna do for now. That's good enough. Now, if you have a picture of yourself or whoever you want to use for this project, you have a picture of them printed out, you can tape the picture onto a window and then put a piece of paper over the picture, and the sunlight coming through your window will make it very easy for you to trace. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this tracing to get it onto our mixed media pad so that um, we can work with it from there. So let me get that set up, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, so now I have back to my workspace, and I have my tracing, and I have my mixed media paper here, and I'm going to take my tracing that I made, and I'm just going to put graphite all over the back of it. And you can use a regular pencil, or if you have something like I have, you can use that, but just put on a really nice thick layer of graphite. If you can see your lines, you can, if you want, you can just put the graphite where your lines are that you're going to trace. But I'm just going to scribble everywhere just to get it down. Okay, now you're going to take, that's the back of your drawing, of your tracing. Now you're going to take your mixed media paper and you're going to put this down with the graphite side down. right? And now you're going to trace this again. So as I'm tracing this, I'm just going to kind of even it up a little bit so it's not so wonky, right? I'm just going to do a quick tracing because I can always fix it and make it look better after I get this done. So I'm using the ballpoint pen to trace it because the ballpoint pen is really pointy. So it really pushes like the graphite through the page. And I'll show you how well it works in a second. All right, I think I got that done. So there is one tracing, and now I'm just going to put this right next to it like this, and I'm going to trace it one more time. And I can see where I traced with the ballpoint pen, so I'm going to try to go over those lines as best as I can so that it matches the other drawing a little bit better. And even if I mess up, it's not a big deal. I can go back in and use some pencil and redo it. Okay, so now I have two tracings of my dog, and now I'm seeing that I did miss some lines. I missed this one down the face, so I'm just gonna put it in by hand. So now I'm gonna take my Sharpie and I'm gonna make a nice thick line that goes all the way around. This is not the best Sharpie that I own. It's a little dried out. Whoop. So just do the best that you can. It'll really wind up looking, great either way. So this is pop art, right? So we're not too worried about it looking, this is modern art, so we're really into abstraction here. So, and if you are doing this from like a window, you can, I don't know, maybe you can even do it right from the Sharpie and skip the whole pencil. All right. Here is a little demonstration of 5.7. This is our very last project artwork of the semester. We're done. We're done with our art making after this. So just to go over materials, I have some paintbrushes. I have my double identical portrait, and I put in some patterns, very simple patterns for the background. I have a little bit of water here to clean my brushes, and I have my acrylic paints, and I'm using 4 colors plus white. So I'm using orange, I'm using like a lime green, yellow, blue, and white. And I have a couple of paper towels here to clean up any mess and to keep my paintbrushes as clean as possible. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pick a color, and then I'm going to put it in areas on both portraits, but in different places. So for instance, I'll do some yellow back here. And maybe I'll do a little bit more up here. So basically you're just gonna use these same colors in both sides of your portraits, but in different places, much like Andy Warhol did whenever he made his series. All right, so on this one, I'm going to put it on the dog's face. It says, "My doggy." She's actually a gazillion times cuter than what this portrait makes her look like. And I think that that is, maybe I'll just do this one here. And I think that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to clean my paintbrush and move on to my very next color. So my next color is going to be orange. So I think I'm going to mix a little bit of white with orange. And I guess on this side, I'm going to color in this area here. So notice how I'm trying to stay inside of the black lines because that's something that helps show these solid colors is when they kind of like stay inside. All right, now I think I'm going to use a more potent orange color, and I think I'm going to do every other stripe in this background that I kind of made here. So as you can see, I'm working pretty quickly. This isn't something that you have to like really overanalyze or anything, just being as super playful as you possibly can, just like the pop artists were really super playful, making everything look as energetic and bold. All right, now I'm gonna move on. I think I'm gonna move on to the blue here. And again, I think I'm gonna make it just a little bit lighter. Hold on, I don't think you can see that. I'm gonna make the blue a little bit lighter, and I also think I'm gonna put a little bit of green in it. All right, and I think I'm gonna paint this side of the dog with this color. So the pop artists use colors as unnaturally as they possibly could. So really mimicking unnatural, more like factory made looking artwork, and paint my wash my paintbrush out again. Now on this side, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the straight green on this side. I always try not to like one side more than the other, but I'm already starting to like this side better than I like this side. And I think I'm going to put the green in the background over here, like that. Now I'm going to move on to just the straight blue. And I think I'm going to put the blue in the background over here. like that. And then over here, I think I'm going to make the eyes blue and the nose blue, like that. And I'm going to mix a kind of yellow orange color. And I'm going to put it in the background here. Oh, got a little green in there. That's all right. You just move on. No problem. All right. Like that. And I think I'm going to put a orange in the mouth. Like so. And I'm going to leave the teeth. I'm going to leave the teeth white, but I am going to put a dot of yellow on the nose and in each eye, like a little highlight, like that. And then, I just have these paws down here. So I think I'm going to mix a little bit of blue and white and paint the paws or it's her arms really. And then I think I'm going to put this blue in her eyes. And I'll have to go back in with a little bit more black after I'm done. Clean that up. And let's see, I think I'll put yellow on her paws on this side. Clean my brush up a little bit. So you can see how quickly I'm working, and that's all you have to do is work a little quickly too. And some green in her mouth. And again, I don't know why, but I need to keep her teeth white like that. And then I'm going to take a little dot of the green and put a little dot on her nose and a little dot in her eyes. But I'm also going to put some dark blue in her eye over here. Like gets a pupil just to make her look a little funny. All right. So after this dries, I'm going to go into it with a Sharpie and just pull out some of the black lines that kind of got painted over. I can't do that now or else it'll clog up the Sharpie, but this is it. I'm done and I will post this in our gallery for you to see. And congratulations, everybody. Hope you enjoy this super silly little pop art project and congratulations.